So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas, but you're not really sure about the cost of living in Dallas, Texas. And here's the thing is, with all the other videos you see out there on the cost of living, somebody is always sitting in the office. I did it myself. I was one of those people. And we just kind of talk about the median home prices and, other things like that. But what's really is the cost of groceries and gas, things like that, right? So I just thought, you know what, why not just take you through a couple of grocery stores so you can see for yourself. So we just came out of Whole Foods. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm gonna actually take you around to 3 different grocery stores. We're gonna go to the Fiesta, we're gonna go to the Super Target, and then we're gonna finish up here in Whole Foods, because I'm assuming in that order that there's gonna be a significant price difference. So it'll let you see, kind of like we show you 3 different homes and 3 different price points, we're gonna show you 3 different grocery stores, 3 different price points on the types of groceries that you're spending money on and buying every single day. So that way you can compare it to where you live, and this should hopefully give you a better idea about the cost of living, the true cost of living in Dallas, Texas, and we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas and surrounding areas, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Dallas. My name is Levi. You know, my partner Travis and I, we get calls and emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move to Dallas. We love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. So we are talking about the actual cost of living in Dallas, Texas. I'm really excited to bring this information to you because, I've done a cost of living video in the past, but it's just kind of like sitting in an office telling you about numbers that you can pretty much look up online on your own anyways. And so I just thought about, if I put myself in your shoes, you might be wondering, what's the actual cost of some groceries that you buy every single day in your everyday life, right? And even the gas. So if you stick around till the end, I'll share with you some of the gas prices. Also, I'm going to include 3 quick clips of some bonus footage that I took while in the grocery store. A couple of hacks for you. Well, number one of my favorite items in the grocery store. Number 2, how you can learn to read wine labels. And then number 3, how you should park in the parking lots when you go shopping in Texas. Very important. Stick around for those as well. So what I did is I went to the Fiesta grocery store, as I mentioned in the beginning. Fiesta, the Super Target, and then a Whole Foods. Fiesta is just a local, I believe, I don't even know if they're nationwide, but they're here in Dallas. Definitely a lower end or lower priced grocery store, all right? So, and I have some notes here, by the way, so I'm going to be looking down because, of course, I'm trying to keep in mind prices for each and every different item, right? So we're going to cover bread, coffee, beer, eggs, ketchup, LaCroix water, and milk, peanut butter, and then gas in that order, all right? So let's start out with bread. And now something else, a quick disclaimer, of course, there are gonna be brand differences amongst those grocery stores, right? However, there were a couple of brands that I did find consistently in the stores. And actually, number 1, the bread, I did find Nature's Own bread in each of the stores. So it's actually very interesting, the price difference on those loaves of bread. So I would say you can use this to compare with what you have in your city and state. But in the Fiesta, the bread, Nature's Own bread, I believe it was just the regular whole wheat bread. And we're going to throw up some clips as well. The bread was $2.93. Now you compare that to going to Target, only slightly higher at $2.99, so a difference of 6 cents. But then you go to Whole Foods and the exact same bread for Nature's Own is $3.49. So a whole 50 cents or 56 cents, depending on which store, more than the others for Whole Foods. Now I looked at coffee. Of course, coffee is going to be different brands, but I did find Starbucks at Fiesta and at Target, and then I just went with the generic brand of Whole Foods. So coffee at the Fiesta was $8.39 for a bag of roasted Starbucks beans. It was the same $8.39 at the Target, so no difference there. But whenever you get to Whole Foods, if you look at their 365 brand, the coffee was $10.39 just for their generic brand of coffee beans. So I thought that was very interesting. I like to buy different varieties of coffee because I have an espresso machine in the house, and with a bean grinder built into it, I absolutely love it because it's one of my favorite things every single morning to make myself an Americano. And so that's just something I like to buy, usually the 10 ounce or 1 pound bags of different local coffee roasters. It's just kind of like my thing. I like to do that, support local businesses, but at the same time, try different coffees as well. And that machine, by the way, has paid for itself over and over and over again. I've had it for several years now. And you compare that to a $3 Americano, you go anywhere these days, people are charging anywhere from $3 to $5 for an Americano. It's absurd. It's absurd, crazy. All right, so beer. All right, beer. And beer, this type of beer, rhymes with a certain issue that happened in the world last year, but I won't say what that is. But the beer, I found this very interesting. A 24 pack of beer, actually let me start with Whole Foods. I'm gonna work my way down. Whole Foods, a 12 pack of this type of beer, $17.99 for a 12 pack for the bottles. You go to Target, it was $15.99, so $2 less for a 12 pack of beer. However, you go to Fiesta and you could get a 24 pack for $19.97. Twice as much beer for almost the exact same price. That to me just kind of blew me away. I found that very interesting and thought maybe I'm buying beer at the wrong place, right? So now we're going to move on to eggs. Okay, so eggs, I found pretty much some of the similar brands at Fiesta and Target. What was it called? Eggland's Best or something. So that was $3.42. However, if you went to their very generic brand of eggs at Fiesta, it was as low as 97 cents for a dozen. You go to Super Target, it was $3.69 for Eggland's Best, but as low as $1.39 for their generic brand. And then you go to Whole Foods, and it was $3.99 for I believe their lowest brand that I found for the eggs there. So just keep that in mind. You could go from 97 cents from the Fiesta up to $4 for organic, pasture raised, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, so now we're going to move on to ketchup. Ketchup at Fiesta I found for $1.39. At Target found for $3.19. And at Whole Foods, surprisingly, found it for $2.19. So actually, it went from Fiesta to Whole Foods to Target was the most. Target was the most expensive for ketchup. Fiesta again being the least expensive. Croix water. Now here was another brand that I was able to find consistent amongst all three stores. And again, very interesting the price difference. Target was actually the cheapest at $3.69. Fiesta was at $4.79, and the Whole Foods was $5.99. So I tell you what, you're shopping at Whole Foods, you are definitely paying the premium for the exact same thing. We're going to move on to milk. Milk, again, of course, brands were differentiated, but you could buy the generic brand at Fiesta for $2.79 a gallon. At Target, it was $2.59. So actually, Target was slightly cheaper by 20 cents, but then Whole Foods, again, $4.29. So $2 more per gallon at Whole Foods. So if you're looking to save a couple of pennies or dollars, you might want to consider Target, or if you have a local grocery store on the lower end, you might want to check it out. Peanut butter. Again, peanut butter across the different stores was different. I did find, I think it was Skippy or Jiffy that I looked at that was in Fiesta and Target. But here I actually found the generic brand cheapest at Whole Foods. So Whole Foods, and it was organic peanut butter. So I found that very interesting. The generic organic peanut butter at Whole Foods was $4.69. And at Fiesta, it was $5.49, and at Target, $5.99. So almost $1.70 more just at the Target. So find that interesting for peanut butter. So basically, the moral of the story is you need to buy your milk at one store, your peanut butter at another store, your beer at one store, and your eggs at another. So anyways, if you really wanted to do the comparison, however, you'd probably end up spending the same amount at the end of the day when you drive to 3 different grocery stores and take all the time to do all that. So anyways, it's usually go with the one that's most convenient. The Whole Foods is actually closer to me, so that's where I primarily shop. But it's interesting now, hey, if I'm gonna be hosting a party or something like that at my house, maybe I might jump over to that Fiesta and save some extra money. And then gas. We're gonna close it up here with some gas. Gas close to the Fiesta. And of course, you know, that's a neighborhood that's kind of on the lower end side, but it was $2.89 for regular and $2.99 for diesel. Now gas over by Target, which is nice neighborhood, $2.79, so actually 10 cents cheaper for regular gas, $2.91 for diesel, so 10 cents cheaper there as well. Now it was a larger gas station, it was like a 7-Eleven compared to the other one was just like a Shamrock that didn't look in the best of shape. So maybe the 7-Eleven, because they're able to buy bulk, or maybe they buy more than the other gas station, maybe that's why they are a little bit cheaper. And then gas by the Whole Foods is $2.89 for unleaded, but $3.09 for diesel. And I actually drive a diesel SUV, so I found that interesting. I'm paying 20 cents higher per gallon just to be close to me versus just going the opposite direction and going to the other place. So I'm paying an extra 20 cents a gallon on diesel. So I found that very interesting. So anyways, just wanted to share with you kind of that cost of living breakdown for Dallas in the grocery stores here in the Dallas area. So again, I just found that very interesting to compare these 3 different grocery stores in Dallas. However, you may want to compare that to where you live. So if you live in Los Angeles, California, or New York, New York, or Chicago, Illinois, or Seattle, Washington, or Washington, D.C., where we're seeing quite a few of you move here from, maybe compare that to those prices. We'll put these in the description below for you as well, just so you have them, but we'll also list the chapters in this video so you can go back and reference them as well. So we hope you found this helpful. If you did, let us know in the comments below. And if you like videos that are like this, that really kind of show you what it's actually like to live here, or the cost of living. So if you found that helpful, please let us know. Happy to see if we can make some more content like this. And you know, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And until next time, well, hope to see you around town. Oh, by the way, quick plug here. These Alyssa's Healthy Vegan Bites, absolutely amazing. I tell you what, it's like, it is, yeah, 90 calories for 4 servings. So 180, about 360 calories for just one of these. That is my guilty pleasure, although the great thing about it is that they're actually healthy for you. Absolutely love these things. You should definitely try them out. All right, now I had to stop in my favorite section here in Whole Foods, which is the wine section. And I want to share with you a really cool trick. Not really a cool trick. I got the opportunity to study wine in southern France for 5 weeks. It was an amazing time. I really learned a lot. But what I learned is you can get really great French wine for very inexpensive pricing if you understand how to read the label. That's very important. So if I come here and I look at this, Côte d'Rhône, that is a region, and you see appellation d'origine contrôlée. Say that 3 times fast. But you'll see on here, if it starts with an A and ends with a C, that means there's actually wine laws in Europe, and so wines have to adhere to those wine laws if they want to be rated or considered to be the best. The other thing is that in Europe, they don't list the grape varietal on the bottles. That's an American thing. So actually, this, by the way, is my favorite region in France, Beaujolais. It's south of Burgundy, France. And Beaujolais, as you can see, it's an appellation d'origine contrôlée, which tells you if you found this wine in France, it would only have this front label. It wouldn't have this back label that tells you it's 100% Gamay. You see that? So in France, they know if it comes from the Beaujolais region and it is a AOC rated, which is appellation d'origine contrôlée, then they know that that is 100% Gamay. Kind of like everyone knows Bordeaux wine. Well, Bordeaux wine is actually a blend of Merlot and Cab Sauv. Now in France, if you get a good Bordeaux, you'll just get a good Bordeaux wine. You won't know the actual blend of the grape in there, but whenever you come to America, they'll list if it's like 20% Merlot and 80% Cab Sav. So if you look on the labels, and if you always get something that ends in a C, then you can get something for $11.99 or $13.99, or even this one. This one is a good one for $9.99, and it's an organic wine from that adheres to the highest wine laws. So it's done very well, or made very well in Europe. You can get great tasting wines for a very inexpensive price. So hopefully you found that helpful. Now let's move this along. Hey, quick tip for you whenever you move here to Texas. You see how far I parked away from the Whole Foods? You notice there's plenty of other parking spots out there, but if you're going to be inside somewhere, this is the great compromise you do here in Texas. Is I actually, well, now the sun just went behind a cloud, so you won't be able to tell, but basically I parked under this tree here. So that is the parking lot hack whenever you move here to Texas, is I park under this tree because I would rather my car sit in the shade and then walk a little extra to get inside of the building. So anytime you go shopping, grocery shopping, shopping for clothes, you're gonna be inside somewhere for 30 minutes, an hour or longer. If you come back, your car will be on fire when you come back. So the little hack, park under a shade tree, walk a little bit further, and your car will be mostly cool whenever you come back. The other thing is that if your windows are tinted, always make sure if you can position, if you end up having to park out in the parking lot, position your car so that your tinted windows are facing the sun versus your windshield. If your windshield is facing the sun, then your car is really going to be on fire whenever you come back. So that's another little hack, and let's get on with it.